man.
Tad, I want to come to you about how you stopped Smith and Jigba.
Well,
because he don't know.
One of the things I wild to think about.
You know who he told me he looked up to, though?
Yeah.
Me! That's right, baby.
Sunday Night Football is coming to Northwest Stadium, and we have a big show in store for you. That's right. We will finally be back at the crib after back-to-back road games. Future Hall of Famer London Fletcher pulls up to set the tone for prime time. And our offensive guys, Santana Moss and Logan Paulson, get inside the film room to break down the Seattle Seahawks. And we give our flowers to one of the best wide receivers to ever do it, Art Monk, will get his jersey retired this Sunday night. We'll talk about the Washington legend and why he deserves such a prestigious honor. All that and more right now on Command Center. Welcome into Command Center from the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. I'm your host, Brian Colbert Jr. here with the best crew in the world. I got the mouth of the South, Fred Smoot. I got the legend, Logan Paulson, and of course, Mr. 8 to the 9, Santana Moss. And Santana, I'm gonna start with you.
Yep.
We're out on that field in Kansas City. Monday Night Football did not go our way. How are you feeling after the loss to the Chiefs?
You know what, man? Going into the game and leaving the game, I love the energy that I saw. You know, especially in that first half, man. I told myself going to the game, like, what I wanted to see was these guys play competitively. You know, and I say, if you play that form of football, then anything could happen. And they showed that in the first half. Now we just got to find a way, how can we sustain that? How can we go into the second half with that momentum that we took into halftime and come out even more, you know, ramped up? So if coming away from this game, I feel like this team should kind of look back at that game, look at how they started and say, now how can we tap into that same team? Who we were in the first half, how can we be that for the remainder of the season?
And Logan, you were on the sideline there. Did you feel that same energy that Tan has alluded to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when Marshawn makes that interception, the whole team's running by, Dan Quinn's up there, dapping people up. It felt different. It felt exciting. And again, when you're playing a good football team like Kansas City, you got to give them their flowers, man. That's an excellent organization over there. But I think we saw steps. And I know fans don't want to hear that all the time, but you're seeing a progression in terms of guys playing faster, guys playing physical. Now, can you build on that going into this week?
All I can say is, Adrian! That's what I felt. Rocky versus Apollo Creed. He didn't win that fight, but he gained the respect of everybody because he went 10 rounds with him and he fought to the end. And I felt like we fought to the end. It didn't finish like we wanted it to finish, but the start of that game, I said, you know what? They're going blow for blow with this team. If we can keep this pace, it could change everything. And I think it's one of those games, when we look back on this season, we're going to look back and say, that's where things changed it. And it was a loss. It was not a win. We left there with a black eye, but that's fine. I done lost a lot of fights, but I live to fight another day.
You done lost a few fights, man.
I done lost a few fights.
Seems unlikely.
Yeah, I can say. And I'm like 63-3.
Okay. I don't even know where to take that, but before we move on,
90 fights under his belt.
Before we move on to Seattle Seahawks, Logan, very quickly, we're going to talk about this a little later, but we did hear Jayden Daniels will be at practice. Things are ramping up now. We do not know if he will be playing. However, that's got to be good news for Commanders fans, right?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're on the practice field after an injury, I think that's good because it shows a sign of progression. And with an injury, that's all you're looking for is just how do you progress and how do you keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And again, getting him on the field, that's the first step, getting him back playing on Sundays.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with one leg and the other leg. Once he get back out there, once he get his feet on him, then I think we'll be patient and see what he got.
Now, fellas, we're going to talk a lot more about Jayden Daniels and the Seattle Seahawks matchup. But first things first, we do got to give flowers to our resident tight end, Zach Ertz, who once again is stamping his name in the history books. He did it on Monday Night Football. Ertz became the 6th tight end, fellas, in NFL history to record 800 career receptions. Ertz entering some legendary company with a few future Hall of Famers. Fellas, he has been too good this season. Let's take a deeper look at those numbers. It's time for Too Good, presented by Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal. And fellas, look at this list right here. Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates, and Shannon Sharp
and
above the list. Zach Ertz. Logan Paulson is somewhere over there. But right now, Fred, this is all about Zach Ertz, who continues to make history. Tanner, we call him the ageless wonder, and that's exactly what he's been.
No doubt, man. I think, you know, when you first gave me this news on air, live on Monday night, I was like, that's more catches than mine.
Which is wild to think about.
I got my little 732 catches. Good Lord. So hats off to him, man. Honestly, man. That's a tall feat, man, and he's did his thing.
Shout out to Zach Ertz for all he's accomplished in such a successful career. He took the time to pull up to the Next Man Up podcast, which drops tomorrow morning. to talk about this amazing accomplishment.
I think throughout my career, I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by some amazing people. I truly don't feel like I accomplished any of this on my own. And so I think it's a testament to the people that have been around me, the people that have pushed me, that have designed things for me. And I just go out there each and every day, whether I have 1 catch, whether I have 15 catches in a game, or 0 catches. It really doesn't matter. I'm just going out there through the week and doing everything I can to get open as much as I can, to create as much separation as I can. And so whether it's Marcus, whether it's Jayden, whatever quarterback I'm playing with, I'm trying to make it as easy for them as possible. And so that's all I think about.
So let's take a look at those game day details real quick, because the Seahawks, under second-year head coach Mike Macdonald, enter Week 9 as a 5-2 team. The Seattle defense holds the defensive run defense in the league, holds the best run defense in the league, averaging 75.7 yards per game. Now, this offseason, the Seahawks signed quarterback Sam Darnold and wide receiver Cooper Kupp in free agency. They are paired with the league's leading receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, with over 800 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. For more on our defense, this is your Can't Miss Moment presented by FanDuel. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official partner of the Washington Commanders. I got Fred with me in London because Logan and Santana are in the film room getting ready for some clips. But you know what? I had to have Mr. Set the Tone and Mr. Fire It Up pull up. So we're going to have a little combination of y'all segments right now, right? I'm going to name a guy, and y'all going to get fired up, or you gonna set the tone. Now, London, you the guest here, so Fred gonna start first. First things first, you the guest.
I thought guests go first.
No, hey, listen, we saved the best for last, baby.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
Jacob Martin for Fred Smoot.
First of all, Jacob, the maniac, Martin. You want to talk about making a name for himself? You want to talk about somebody that's destroying offensive linemen right now? It's this man. You say, who hurt that man? This man. This is the man that's getting it done right now. Did we expect this from him at the beginning of the year? No, we didn't. But I'm telling you right now, watch out for 55. He gonna hurt somebody.
Destroying, London. Destroying. Next up,
I like that.
We got Marshawn Lattimore.
Hey, Marshawn Lattimore. You look at that. Hey, you know he's from the crib, straight from Cleveland.
Okay.
Straight from my neighborhood. Yeah. Got his first interception last week against the, who we play? Kansas City Chiefs. But against this team, especially with Jackson Smith-Njigba, leads National Football League and receiving yards, Marshawn Lattimore, you are going to have to set the tone against the Seattle Seahawks offense. Let's go, baby.
And
Represent Cleveland.
And London, you did such a better job than Fred. I'm going to let you run it back. Who we got next? Trey Amos right here.
Boy, Trey Amos. Yeah. You notice they got me talking about corners and not you. I don't know why. Because I got more interceptions than you. That's why. Trey Amos, his partner on the other outside. Yeah. Smith-Njigba, they'll line him up all over the field. Outside, inside, both sides, right, left. Trey Amos, and they also got Cooper Rush, who's still playing at a high level as well. So these two bookend corners, they're going to have to bring it and set the tone for this defense.
Hey, Fred, I feel like London ran out of breath for a second.
This is what I want everybody.
When you make plays, you run out of breath.
This is what I want everybody watching this show to do right now.
What?
Boo this man. Boo this man.
You crazy. They won't do that.
Man, we got one more, Fred. Since we let London take the defensive backs, we going to let you get a linebacker, Jordan McGee.
This is who I'd rather play with than him. I'd rather play with Jordan McGee, because ever since they done put this kid in, he been out there swapping paint. Like, ever since they done put this kid in, he been showing them I can get the job done. It's a youth movement, and it's been led by this man, Jordan McGee. This is who I want to go with. The war with, not you, him.
You know who he told me he looked up to, though?
Yeah.
Me. That's right, baby. Me. He know I'm going to have a gold jacket one day, so he trying to get there, too.
You hope the back bust out of it.
And somebody else that looked up to London Fletcher, somebody else that will have a gold jacket will be our guy, Bobby Wagner. I'm going to take this because these brothers is fired up right now. It is time for Top 5, presented by UA Local 5 Plumbers, protecting the health of the nation's capital since 1890. Now, we're talking about Bobby Wagner. London, he sits in the top 5 for tackles this season. Jordan Brooks, and then Bobby Wagner at number 2. The ageless wonder, much like yourself, London, how great has it been to see Bobby tearing it up once again?
Me and Bobby, we have a great relationship. He's doing what he always do. Make tackles all over the football field. Yeah. He's playing against his former team, Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. So you know he's going to be fired up in this game. Sunday Night Football. I can't wait to watch B-Wags go out there and put in work on that football field Sunday night.
Now, fellas, y'all fired up. Y'all set the tone. I don't know how Tanner and Logan are going to follow that, but they're in the film room right now, ready to talk more about this matchup. This is your best seat in the house. presented by SeatGeek.
Boo
Most
this
disruptive
man.
idea a ticket that works. Be expected. SeatGeek, take it away, fellas.
10, I don't know how we top that.
Can't.
I mean, our cardio is a little bit better than Fletch's. I think we're going to be able to get through this. We got to get out of breath, so we'll be all right. But, hey, let's talk about the Seattle offense. One thing that sticks out to me, man, is they want to run the football. So put your mouthpiece in, chin strap on. We got to get going here. They're going to run a little bit of pop, like little single back power. He's going to pull around here. We're going to get down blocks on the backside here. And watch this gash they're able to create. This is 2nd and 5. So they're head of the sticks. Good run here. Backs downhill, nice and square, breaking tackles. Everything they do, Tana, starts with this.
Yeah, one of the things I love about it, man, you talking about the running back. You could talk about him all day, but it's the blocking.
Yeah.
It's the guy. You don't even have to be there or do anything excruciating. Just get on your man. These guys set the tone, set the lane, the running back did the rest.
And they're committed to it, man. It's part of their identity because everything they do offensively sets this up. So let's take a look. So this is going to be a little play action. Teddy, you remember this with Kyle Shanahan? A little bit of leak coming back here. This guy's going to run a post, kind of that sucker route on the backside. The run action sets it up. Everybody's staying near the line of scrimmage. Look at all these guys. They're hanging out in the line of scrimmage here. Eyes in the backfield. Don't need all that, right? Creates all this vertical space in the defense. Great job. And then, Tanner, you pointed this out. Great throw by Sam Darnold.
Wasn't even open. The guy just has a laser on him. Sam Darnold is showing the world, man. He don't see ghosts anymore. He's throwing dimes. And I mean, that was a dime. Unbelievable.
Dime, and it's all over the tape, man. They don't ask him to do a lot, but when he's doing stuff, it's big down the field. And again, we talked about play action shots. You got Cooper Kupp, Charbonnet on the first clip. But the guy that really makes the offense go is Jackson Smith-Njigba, man.
Yeah.
And this is nothing special, Tana. Like, they're really just doing a switch release here down at the bottom to get him one-on-one with this safety here. And like you said, he's covered here, right? He's covered, but our guy Sam Darnold's going to trust his playmaker, and Jackson Smith-Njigba's been making plays down the field all year.
You know, they had a saying, when he's even, he's leaving.
Yeah.
He wasn't leaving.
Yeah.
And guess what? If the quarterback is going to give our defense and our secondary an opportunity like this to go get this ball, I hope they're watching this tape, which I'm sure they are. Man, guess what? We might come down with a couple of these, but it shows you how much he's trusting number 11 that he's going to make sure he make the catch.
Yeah, and again, like I'm going to sound like a broken record here. This is again a little play action. Everything they do, they have the number 1 explosive play rate in the NFL. It's because they're going to run the football, take explosive shots down the field, and Sam Darnold, like you said, Tana, he is confident with 11 in terms of putting this ball out there.
I think one of the things too, man, when you talk about confidence, when you have a pocket the way his pocket looks back there,
it's a great
if
point.
you can sit back there in that pocket like that, I'll be confident too. And I don't have an arm like Sam Darnold, so we got to make sure we put some pressure on this guy, get this guy off his spot. But man, he has 11, man, and I think when you trust in the receiver to come down with the ball, man, anytime like that, he's gonna throw it up to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And so again, this is we talked about the playmakers, the play action, but really the guy that I come away being most impressed with is 11 and 14. So they're going to get to a 3-by-1 here off of motion. They're going to be sneaky with it, 3-by-1. They get the backside on here, and they don't really adjust to it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we're going to run a little, what I would call like a double post, post, wheel here. And this, to me, is pretty well covered, Tana. But our guy just delivers an absolute laser beam in there.
I mean, one of the things I'm sitting here questioning myself, how do you stop that? As a secondary, as a defense, you can't really do much with your hands because you're not, impressed. But how do you stop this when this guy can just throw the ball the way he's throwing it? So like I said before, if we don't get this guy bothered, aggravated, do something with our hands up front, man, it's going to be hard to stop balls like that.
And again, look at this window. I mean, this is not a big window here, Tana. Like, it's a perfect spot, getting that ball out there, driving that thing in a small window. Man, this is going to be a long game if we can't get pressure on that quarterback.
Got to, man. He trusting 11 and he trusting his arm.
And 11's playing some really good football. So that's what we think about this game. Now let's talk to Dan Quinn, see what he's got to say about the Seattle Seahawks.
How do you game plan for an offense like this that has so many different weapons, that leans on the pass but also likes to lean on the run as well?
Yeah, and that's the when you're a good balanced attack, that's what makes it difficult to defend when there's shots down the field and running back that can run strong, quarterback that makes decisions. We're gonna have to knock a ball or two out, and just like in the other night, to create some momentum. And when you do that, you have a chance to play good defense, and we'll absolutely be going after it. The crowd will be wild at night and just bringing all the energy. So we'll make it hard on them with our crowd. It's silent count the whole night, and so every bit of it helps.
Always great hearing from head coach Dan Quinn. You can hear from him every Sunday on Game Day on The Game Plan. Now let's take a look at the offensive numbers for both of these teams. Now Seattle's entering this matchup averaging over 350 yards per game with just over 27 points per game. And our Commanders' run game is still in the top 5 of the NFL with over 137 rushing yards. Now let's really dive in to this matchup between the Seahawks and the Commanders. It's time for Securing the W, presented by Hercules Fence. Security in every job. And London Fletcher is in the building with us this time. So, London, I'm going to start with you. I heard from the fellas, we did hear Jayden Daniels will be at practice. Now, we do not know if he's playing or not, but like you said, you love it. It's got to be good news for our fans, right?
Absolutely, that's good news. Anytime you can have the Rookie of the Year, the reigning Rookie of the Year on your football team, and we know what Jayden brings to our offense. But in order to get this W, it's not about Jayden. It's about the run game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We got to get our run game back on track. Going into the game against the Kansas City Chiefs, we were the number 2 ranked rushing offense. But the last 3 weeks, if you really look at it, teams have shut down our run game. We got to get better at getting and establishing the run. And it's not, I don't look at it as on being on the running backs. I look at it being more on the blocking, the offensive line, and also the receivers and the tight ends, making sure you're blocking the right guys on the second level. Logan talks a lot about targeting the right guys, carrying out your assignments, and carrying out those assignments a lot better. So we got to get better execution
I totally
on the
agree
run
with
game
the
versus
Snail.
Seattle.
I believe that.
What's wrong with you, man?
No, seriously. I believe like, what he's saying is true. We have lost.
I like you're just going to gloss over it. Like the Snail.
What he said is true because we lost the trench warfare.
Yeah.
I always talk about the guys that smell like bacon. That's where everything starts. Sam Cosme has been in the last 2 weeks. I think he's still getting his sea legs back under him. We've been shuffling the offensive line. We had a couple of guys go out. If you cannot protect the running back and protect the quarterback, you don't have a chance to win any game. So I totally agree with it.
And Logan, Seattle Seahawks, 75.7 rushing yards per game. They're one of the best rushing defenses in the league. So how can we get things going after we struggled the past few weeks?
Well, I think it goes back to what Fletch is talking about, right? When you look at their personnel, they're really dynamic up front. Leonard Williams, Reed, their interior players are very, very dynamic, big athletes. So, like, when we're singing those combinations, let's say they're going to play light boxes. They're going to let you get double teams, but you got to be patient. You got to be deliberate, and you got to get the targets correct, right? There's a clip we're going to look at in the film breakdown show this week where it's there for you. It's there for the taking, but you got to win your one-on-one matchups. And I think this week, especially because of the box structure, because of the personnel they've got, you got to execute at a high level.
And London, man, you guys are going to have Jacob Martin on the Players Club. He is somebody who has made the most of every opportunity he is getting. Now, Sam Darnold hasn't been sacked a lot. However, he was sacked twice in his last game. How can Jacob Martin and company make that happen?
Well, that's going to be key, and especially when you look at Seattle's pass offense. You have to get pressure on the quarterback. When our defense is at its best, in the wins we've been able to consistently get pressure on the quarterback. And Jacob Martin, going back to the game against the Cowboys, he's made his presence felt. He's been disruptive. He's gotten hits on the quarterback, but he needs some other guys to come to the party and also be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Hopefully, Duran is healthier this ball game than he was against the Kansas City Chiefs because we need more from him. We need more from a Johnny Newton. Those guys collectively, we got to get pressure on the quarterback, and our back end has to hold up as well.
And I think the most important way to get that done is you got to stop the run in this game.
Make
They
it
want to
one-dimensional.
run the football. They want to run action pass. They like to be ahead of the sticks. So, like, if we talk about rushing the passer, I'll tell you the hardest thing as a pass rusher is when it's a play action pass, right? Because it looks like run, you're getting 60 blocks.
You're going to hesitate.
Get them out of their sequence, get them out of their rhythm, get them in third and long. It's going to be so important. In this game, more than any other game this year, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. We got to feel that come up.
Tackling too.
We got to tackle, right?
Tackling.
Everything's coming to the forefront here. We got to win first, second down to win on third down.
And Fred, man, they got a guy on the other side.
No one
Jackson
cares
Smith
what
and
Fred
Jigba.
Especially about covering somebody.
One of the
You should have stayed with me on covering somebody.
You, my man. Fred, to me, was one of the better defensive backs we have had. I'm going to show you that love. Now, the Jigba, he's a guy averaging 10 targets a game. That's an indictment on me. You know, Fred, I'm just flashy about the Jigba because I going to be able to get this question out. How do we slow him down?
I got it. The one thing about it, when you're a sticky corner, I don't care where the wide receiver going. If he going to the bathroom, I'm going with him. The one thing about Smith and Jigma, he is sneakily quick, sneakily fast, and he catches the ball at the point of attack. He's leading the league right now in yards, and I think he's leading the league in receptions. Take the number one guy away. Can we take that number one guy away? We played a little two-man against Kansas City. I'm open to us playing some now. London, stop looking at me. You're looking at me because you know I'm speaking greatness out of my mouth. The only way to stop this guy, I think, is the pass rush, not on the corners. I think you got to do it with the pass rush.
He reminds me of a little bit slower Santana And Tanner used to route you up.
Yeah.
So how?
He got dreams right now.
How do you? Tanner, I want to come to you about how you stop Smith and Jigba because he don't know.
One of the things I've always said about stopping any receiver is all about what you do up front defensively. I think if our front seven get out to the quarterback, that's to me the best way you can stop a receiver on the outside.
Man, a lot to get into this game. Always fun having London join the set. Before we move any further, let's take a look at some of our game day details. Now, kickoff is at 8:20 p.m. We got some Sunday night football. However, we want your attention at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time because it'll be Command Center Game Day Live, previewing the game on the Commanders YouTube, Facebook, and X. You can watch the game on NBC, but we know you want to listen to the game because London, Logan, and Bram will be on our radio broadcast on Big 100, or you can listen to our Hispanic radio broadcast on Elzo with Moises and Juan. Now, the man of Sunday night will be Art Monk. He will have his jersey retired. I got to catch up with him earlier this offseason on Next Man Up. Let's hear from the legend, Art Monk.
So when you're on the street, right, you're playing with that half-deflated football, you have dreams, I'm sure, of one day making it to that next level, being in the NFL. But could you have ever dreamed of that moment when you're in your garage with your peers, with ownership, and you're finding out your jersey is going to be retired?
Not at all, man. It just, my love for the game never took me that far because I didn't think I was that good, or neither did I think I would ever become that good. Like I said, I started as an offense and defensive lineman. I thought that was kind of where I would stay. And when I got into high school, I joined the track team, trimmed down, lost a lot of weight, got faster. And so they couldn't put me on the line anymore, so they put me at receiver, tight end actually, and it just kind of grew from there. And but no way did I ever think I'd end up where I am now.
Always great to talk to one of the best to do it in the NFL. Let's look at some of his numbers. It's time for your winning numbers, brought to you by Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly. Now, Art Monk has had a legendary career, to say the least. He is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's Washington's all-time leading receiver. He's the first NFL receiver to have 900 career catches, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008. And speaking of Super Bowls, you see Art Monk had the drip on with that jersey. Well, guess what? Our Commanders this week are bringing it out with the Super Bowl era jerseys.
I got the master plan, microphone in hand. When the beat drop, sucker MCs ran. Cause I rock on the mic what other MCs can. In any rap contest, I am the champ. Fresh with the word, my rhyme design. I'm taking all I got and put it on the line. All about cash, no nickel and dime. Don't act dumb, you know the time.
Fellas, those Super Bowl era jerseys are extra icy. Our guys will be rocking those. And make sure you get those from the team store ASAP, because Fred already done bought 12. Yeah. Fred, let me get this one right here.
I got to wear these jerseys, so now you get a chance.
And I get to rock one as a fan. Maybe I'll wear it on game day. And speaking of Super Bowl era, fellas, we have to show our flowers. Give our flowers to one of the best to ever do it in the Super Bowl for the Washington Redskins, Art Monk right there. Number 81 will have his jersey retired. Logan, got to be very special to see that number up in the rafters.
You know what's crazy, though? It's kind of been unofficially retired for a long time. When I first came here, you couldn't wear it, so it's nice that a guy with his accolades and accomplishments and his impact on this organization is getting acknowledged publicly. He deserves it. It's fantastic.
The silent assassin. All right, never sells himself, never says anything, just take life how it's come. Nobody deserves it more than Art, and I got time to talk a little trash to Art, so I had a little fun with it. Great guy.
And when you talk trash, you didn't say a word back.
He didn't say a word back.
And somebody that also was a silent assassin on the field, Santana Moss.
I mean, he's one of the guys that I was, graced to play Tecmo Bowl with. When I played the game of Tecmo Bowl, to me, he was Jerry Rice before Jerry Rice. And people fail to realize that because he was a guy that didn't say much.
Don't say
First guy to ever catch 100 catches in a single season. So people don't talk about that either, but he's one of those guys that did it at a high level. I'm so glad that this team is putting him, that jersey up in the Raptors.
Yes, bro, we need that, and he deserves it, man. He earned it. Art Monk, a great, great player, but even a better person. We will see that jersey retirement. We will see our Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks for some Sunday night football. For Fred Smoot, Logan Paulson, Santana Moss, our boy London Fletcher, I am your host, Brian Colbert Jr. We'll catch y'all Sunday night.
Command Center was filmed at Big Bear AI Command Center Studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.